Have you ever felt like your brain is just not what it used to be? Maybe you're more forgetful, or you find it harder to focus. It's easy to brush these things off as just being tired or stressed. But what if something more is happening, silently, deep within your brain? Neuroscience is revealing a hidden world of factors that can slowly erode our cognitive abilities, day by day, without us even noticing. These aren't dramatic injuries or diseases, but quiet, everyday habits and environmental influences that are secretly sabotaging your brain's health. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on these silent destroyers. We'll explore what they are, how they work on a neurological level, and most importantly, what you can do to fight back and protect your most valuable asset. So, get ready to dive deep into the science of your mind. Let's start with the most common culprit, chronic stress. We all experience stress, but when it becomes a constant companion, it turns toxic. Think of your brain's stress response, led by the hormone cortisol, as an emergency alarm system. It's great for short-term crises, but when that alarm is ringing all day, every day, things start to break. High, sustained levels of cortisol can actually damage and kill neurons, especially in the hippocampus, your brain's memory and learning center. It's like a slow, steady acid rain on your brain cells. This continuous stress also weakens the blood-brain barrier, a protective shield that keeps harmful substances out. Over time, this can lead to inflammation and a decline in cognitive function. So that feeling of being constantly overwhelmed isn't just in your head, it's literally reshaping it for the worse. Next up is a destroyer that operates under the cover of darkness. Sleep deprivation. We often treat sleep like a luxury we can cut back on to be more productive. That is a huge mistake. Sleep is when your brain performs its most critical maintenance. During deep sleep, a process called the glymphatic system kicks into gear. You can think of it as your brain's personal cleanup crew. It flushes out metabolic waste and toxic proteins, including beta amyloid, the plaque famously linked to Alzheimer's disease. When you don't get enough quality sleep, this cleanup process is cut short. The toxins build up, night after night. This accumulation contributes to brain fog, poor memory, and over the long term, significantly increases your risk for neurodegenerative diseases. Skimping on sleep isn't a badge of honor. It's like letting garbage pile up inside your brain's Now, let's talk about what's on your plate. A poor diet, particularly one high in processed foods, refined sugars, and unhealthy fats, is another silent saboteur. Your brain is an incredibly hungry organ, consuming about 20% of your body's calories. It needs high-quality fuel. When you feed it junk, you're essentially causing a traffic jam on its neural highways. High sugar intake, for instance, leads to inflammation and oxidative stress, which damages brain cells. It also messes with insulin signaling in the brain, a process crucial for memory formation. Neuroscientists sometimes refer to Alzheimer's as type 3 diabetes for this very reason. Processed foods lack the essential micronutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and B vitamins that your brain desperately needs to build and repair cells, create new connections, and protect itself from damage. It's simple. A junk food diet creates a junk food brain. Here's one you might not expect: a lack of sunlight. We've become an indoor species, spending most of our days under artificial light. This has a profound effect on our brain. Sunlight exposure on your skin is the primary way your body produces vitamin D. We often think of vitamin D for bone health, but it's also a powerful neurosteroid. It plays a key role in brain development, function, and mood regulation. Low levels of vitamin D are linked to cognitive decline, depression, and a higher risk of dementia. Beyond vitamin D, sunlight also helps regulate your circadian rhythm, your internal body clock. Getting bright, natural light in the morning signals to your brain that it's time to be alert and focused. Without this clear signal, your entire hormonal and neurological system can get out of sync, leading to fatigue, poor mood, and disrupted sleep, which, as we know, creates its own vicious cycle of brain damage. Another insidious destroyer is a sedentary lifestyle. Our brains evolved in bodies that were constantly moving. Physical activity isn't just for your muscles, it's one of the most powerful things you can do for your brain. When you exercise, you increase blood flow to the brain, delivering more oxygen and nutrients. Even more importantly, exercise triggers the release of a miraculous molecule called BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Scientists often call BDNF miracle grow for the brain. It supports the survival of existing neurons and encourages the growth of new ones, a process called neurogenesis that also helps create new synapses, the connections between neurons. When you spend all day sitting, you're starving your brain of this essential growth factor. A sedentary life leads to a stagnant brain, one that's less adaptable, less resilient, and more vulnerable to the effects of aging and disease. Finally, let's discuss the danger of social isolation. Humans are fundamentally social creatures. Our brains are wired for connection. When we are lonely or isolated, it triggers a chronic stress response similar to what we discussed earlier, with all its damaging effects. But it goes deeper. Social interaction is a complex cognitive workout. When you have a conversation, You have to listen, process information, read nonverbal cues, access memories, and formulate a response in real time. This mental gymnastics keeps your neural circuits active and strong. A lack of this stimulation can lead to cognitive atrophy, much like an unused muscle withers away. Studies have shown that a rich social life is one of the strongest predictors of maintaining cognitive function into old age. Loneliness doesn't just break your heart, it can slowly break your mind. So, we've uncovered these silent destroyers: chronic stress, sleep deprivation, poor diet, lack of sunlight, a sedentary lifestyle, and social isolation. It can sound a bit daunting, but the incredible news from neuroscience is that your brain has a remarkable ability to change and heal. Known as neuroplasticity, you have the power to fight back. First, actively manage your stress. This could be through mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing exercises, or spending time in nature. Just a few minutes a day can begin to lower cortisol and calm your nervous system. Prioritize your sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Create a relaxing bedtime routine and make your bedroom a dark, cool sanctuary. Transform your diet. Focus on whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats like those found in fish, nuts, and olive oil. Think of it as feeding your brain the building blocks it needs. Get outside every single day, especially in the morning. Let that natural light hit your eyes to reset your body clock and boost your vitamin D. Move your body. You don't have to run a marathon. A brisk walk, a dance class, or even just some stretching throughout the day can flood your brain with BDNF. And finally, nurture your social connections. Call a friend, join a club, or have a meaningful conversation with a family member. Your brain will thank you for the workout. Protecting your brain isn't about a single, magical solution. It's about building a collection of small, positive habits that, over time, create a powerful shield against these silent destroyers. By understanding the science, you can take intentional steps to build a more resilient, sharper, and healthier brain for years to come. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more insights into your amazing brain.